Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and welcome back to another Steven Seagal movie review. The final chapter in the John Alexander trilogy, which I don't know why the fuck this was a trilogy, that started with Force of Execution, and then A Good Man, which was, I guess, a prequel, and then this, I guess, is the sequel to that prequel. I guess it's a sequel to A Good Man, I guess. Seagal's playing the same character, got the same look with the goatee. You also have Byron Mann, who has worked with Seagal before in films like A Dangerous Man and Belly of the Beast. You have Vinnie Jones, who has worked with Seagal in films like Gutshot Straight and Submerged. And this movie, the only thing I liked was Byron Mann, who is Ryu, people pronounce it differently, and the Jean-Claude Van Damme film Street Fighter. Byron Mann was good. He didn't die. He wasn't the bad guy. He was Seagal's buddy, and he got some fight scenes, and he was pretty damn good in the fight scenes. In fact, I wish this movie starred Byron Mann, because his fight scenes were pretty damn good, and they outshined Seagal. They outshined him. So when Byron Mann was on screen or he was fighting, I liked it. The rest of it, no. That's why this is a mild rant. It's a rant because I don't like the film, but it's mild because I like Byron Mann. I liked him in it. And that seems like a thing with this character, John Alexander. Seagal will have him, but he'll have a guy who knows martial arts, whether it be the Bren Foster guy in Force of Execution, the one guy in A Good Man, or Byron Mann here. And of the three, Byron Mann does the best. I like Byron Mann. Again, if he was the star of this movie and just him alone, this would have been a much better movie. Much better. Because the rest of the film isn't much. You see Vinnie Jones, who is this mob guy, but he likes to get his kicks, torturing women in this room that looks like out of a Saw movie. And he likes to video cam himself doing it. And you get some narration by Steven Seagal, and he's sort of a contract killer working for the government. And he goes, he gets this job, and he's like, I want to look into this. If he's a bad guy, I'll make him disappear. And so far, he's not contracted to kill Vinnie Jones, it's this other guy. Gets Byron Mann in, who's his buddy. They go into Clear House. And Byron Mann, he's good in it. That's why I can't say it's a fallen rant. It's a mild rant, because Byron Mann, he comes across these two guys watching a soccer game. And he's like, hey, what's the score? They look, and he's fighting these guys, smashes one through a TV. Just another guy like this breaks his neck. Byron Mann's good. If you ever see this film, fast forward to Byron Mann. um, Seagal just shoots some people. Blase stuff. Finds a guy who they have to kill. Shoots him in the head. Seagal does. Then they go somewhere. Seagal and Byron Mann talk a little bit about their friendship and their past. And meanwhile, this woman runs away from Vinnie Jones's room, which is this sort of, again, pretty much like a room from Saw, it seems. And he runs to this club, gets to another club, and this is a club where Seagal and Byron Mann are at. And she's asking for help. Seagal fights some thugs. Byron Mann fights one guy. Uh, she begged Seagal to take her with him. He ultimately does it. Him and Byron Mann listen to this girl, and this girl takes fucking forever to explain what's going on. I understand that her character's been through turmoil, but it literally goes on forever. Her trying so many times, like, spit it the fuck out, woman! Spit it out! Pretty much story and flashback of her and her sister were told by this other woman to go somewhere. It's Vinnie Jones' place. His sister got killed. She had got she got Vinnie Jones' camera, escaped. I swear this scene feels like it takes 10 fucking minutes. Maybe it's not exactly how it tastes, but that's what it feels like. And then Seagal explains to her, I want to do one good thing before I die. That's why I will do this. And I'm like, wait, one good thing before you die? Isn't that what a good man is? The movie that's before this? A good man? Was that the same thing? You want to do something good before you die? And you did? You helped save a girl and her older sister, and wasn't that your good thing? You, it's called A Good Man, for fuck's sake. The last film you did with this character was called A Good Man, and yet in this you're saying do one good thing before I die. I'm like, Seagal, do you even watch the fucking movies you do anymore? Your last film was called A Good Man, but you're saying do one good thing. You did that in A Good Man. Or is this the prequel to the prequel? Seagal just drive me insane. Sound like John Travolta, drive me insane. It would have been better. Let me calm down for a minute. I'm getting too out there. But yeah, Vinnie Jones is a mob guy who has political connections. Byron Mann and this guy who translate Russian, who's a buddy of Seagal's, they go around town. They ask this one guy questions while Seagal's with the woman, and some guys come in. Seagal shoots them. Sets up his place so one bad guy answers the phone and the place blows up, and the guy just blown out the building. Byron Mann is looking around for more information. Just a nice little fight scene with these two guys kicking their ass. Some nice fight choreography from Byron Mann. His fight scenes are good. Puts a knife to one guy's leg and elbows the guy in the face. And then they're knocked out. He tries to get some information with scalding water, and Byron Mann goes, when I get pissed off, I do crazy fucking things. Like pour hot water on guys. He pours hot water on them. Oh, I ran out. Here's some soup. That'll work. They try to fuck him up, but he fucks them. Knife to the throat on one guy, stabs one guy in the hand. Like, Byron Mann is the reason why I can't say it's a full-on rant. But it's still a fucking boring movie when Byron Mann's not on screen or not kicking ass. When it's not him, it's a dull as hell flick. So long story short, the woman needs to get the camera, which is his evidence, in this club. Seagal and Byron Mann follow her to this club. This fight breaks out. And again, Byron Mann outshines Seagal in the fight scenes. He does. Byron Mann comes out, gets hit by a car, gets caught. Seagal and the woman follows him. Byron Mann's tied up, getting beat up, while Seagal comes in and shoots a few guys. Byron Mann, even though he's tied up to a chair, he's able to sweep a guy and get his legs around the guy's neck and break his neck or choke him to death. Fights these two guys, some good choreography, and Byron Mann gets shot, but he gets the gun, shoots another, and then Seagal finally comes up and slices one guy's neck. But even Byron Mann, they have to be on YouTube. Maybe Byron Mann, Absolution fight scenes, I don't know. I haven't looked. But they're good. Give him his own movie. Byron Mann, give him his own movie. I like him as an actor. I see him in other films. He did fine in those movies. He's good. I like him. He's good at fighting. He outshines Seagal in acting. He outshines Seagal in fighting in this movie. Byron Mann should have been the actual star of the film. Should not have been a Steven Seagal movie. Seagal just mumbles through his fucking dialogue like he don't care. Raise your hand if you don't care. Yeah, he don't care. He don't give a fuck. Mumbles through his dialogue. Maybe if you put a fucking Big Mac in front of him, he'll get excited. I don't know. But Seagal goes to Vinnie Jones at a club. Byron Mann follows. Seagal fights one guy. Byron Mann fights another guy. The guy Seagal fights. Seagal steps on the guy's foot, gives some rapid punches to the face, breaks his arm, and actually does this, and the hand goes right into the throat. So I guess he can actually stab. There's one movie I asked about that. I guess he did stab through the throat, because here you could see. Imagine this is a guy's throat. He stabs right in, he stabs right into it and pulls it out. While Byron fights this one guy and ultimately fucks him up. Seagal beats the fuck out of Vinnie Jones, smashes his head through stuff, kicks him, and Vinnie Jones gets impaled. And then Byron and Seagal go their separate ways, and the movie's over. That's Absolution. I know overseas it's called Mercenary Absolution, but I think in the US it's just called Absolution. Again, the only shining moment in this is Byron Mann. I liked his acting. I think he does fine in that. I liked his martial arts. I think he does well with that. His fight scenes outshine anything Seagal does in this movie. Seagal, he's boring, he's bored, the story is dull, the plot is in one ear out the other. Feels like something that's been in 50 other fucking Steven Seagal movies. There's really nothing else. Seagal doesn't do anything that is remotely memorable. Uh, Not the music, not the score, not the Vinnie Jones. I don't like Vinnie Jones. I never liked Vinnie Jones. I think he's. I don't. I never cared for Vinnie Jones. Just I don't know what it is. I just don't care for the guy. Just not for me. I didn't like him in The Condemned. I didn't like him in pretty much any movie I've seen him. He was a shitty juggernaut. I'm the juggernaut, bitch. No, you're a bitch. I don't care about Vinnie Jones. The only thing worth a shit is Byron Mann. Everything else, slow, boring, dull story. The only decent fight scenes are with Byron Mann fighting some guys. Seagal was he doesn't want to fucking be there. The plot you've seen done hundreds of times, much better. There's nothing unique. There's nothing or interesting. There's nothing exciting except when Byron Mann is doing stuff. Vinnie Jones, I don't give a shit about him as a villain. It's 90 minutes long and it's a waste of time. If you can go on YouTube, if you can find Byron Mann's fight scenes, they're decent. Not saying they're the Raid Redemption or anything, but they're decent. Byron Mann's fun, but give him his own fucking movie. Not this fucking movie. So that's why it's a rant, but it's a mild rant because at least Byron Mann was something. So that's really all I got. There's really nothing else to the movie. Thanks for watching, take care, and stay tuned because Seagal was in 7 movies in the year 2016, and I'm going to get into them. Joy.